This is a cinema sound off the movie we just watched, Warm Bodies, directed by Jonathan Levine. Guy who started off with All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, followed that up with The Whackness with Ben Kingsley and Josh Peck, which was pretty good, and then 50-50, which Tyler has some sort of opinion because he doesn't like Joe Levitt or something.
I don't like Seth Rogen.
You don't like Seth
Joe
Rogen?
Levitt, all right.
You see it, Seb? No, you missed that one.
Nope.
So his latest movie, Warm Bodies, a little bit different. We kind of going back to the All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, I believe. And starting off, what'd you guys think of it, man?
Well, as you guys know, I'm not really into zombies or love stories, and it's a movie about zombie love stories. So going in, my expectations were pretty low, but it was better than I thought it was going to be. In fact, I kind of liked it towards the end.
Kind of liked it towards the end, all right.
It had a good sense of humor to it.
Yeah, a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
I'll go with what Tyler said. I mean, it really kind of started off slow, in a sense, but I mean,
It picked up.
It picked up. It was
Midway,
worth it.
yeah.
We had kind of like a badass ending.
Yeah, it got a lot better. When it started and it was just kind of going slow and they were talking slow and I was like, oh god, this is gonna be a long 2
And Nicholas
hours.
Hoult couldn't like speak a sentence. It
Yeah.
took him like 5 minutes to be like, "You'll be safe."
I don't understand, like, zombies, like, for some reason they can run, they can kick, they can jump.
Well, these zombies couldn't run. They kind of like.
Well, they could move faster, but they can't talk. For some reason, in the, like, animated corpse, talking gets left out. But it was a very heartwarming tale of necrophilia that I think any couple would enjoy. With Valentine's Day coming up.
With Valentine's Day, yeah. What is it? 13 days from now. All
Yeah,
right, guys.
15. Math. 31st.
It's the first.
Well,
It's
now
the
it's
first
the
now.
first.
I said 13 days. February 13th, super romantic holiday.
Well, alright, well, what did you think about the story overall?
The story? I mean, I still feel like the same way. It kind of started off slow. He couldn't really speak. It was hard to relate to a character who is dead and a corpse and referred to as a corpse. But then we kind of like built this relationship through him with what was her name? Teresa Palmer.
Yeah.
His love interest.
It feels like whoever wrote it or directed it, I don't know who would decide.
Jonathan
this,
Levine.
Well, I'm
wrote
just
and
saying
directed it.
the tone in the beginning was kind of set like all emotional.
Kind of like your typical zombie thing, and then it kind of became something more. It's kind of what I felt. I mean,
Yeah, it really grew its own wings in a sense, right?
yeah. Sorry
Seb
to
just
cut
makes
you off.
confused face. All right, guys. Was it scary? Was it funny?
I don't think it was scary at all. I don't think it like
Even the bonies.
the bonies, for to clarify, they're like the scary zombies, and the other zombies aren't scary. So
Good zombies and
my
bad
girlfriend
zombies.
said they were creepy, but she gets scared pretty easily. So I don't know. I didn't think it was scary. I don't. Is it even classified as a horror movie?
It is,
technically?
yeah.
Is it? It wasn't scary. I didn't think. Did
It
you
wasn't
guys?
scary.
I'm a pussy when it comes to scary movies. And I didn't do shit, so no. Pardon my language, but it wasn't scary.
It wasn't scary.
I don't
But
think
was it funny to you?
It had
guys?
its-
It
was
had its
funny.
funny moments. I liked was it Rob Corddry when that speech towards the end, and they were kind of joking around about girls and stuff. I thought that was pretty funny, and it had a few other pretty comedic moments in it that I enjoyed.
Yeah, I feel like the first half of the movie tried to capitalize on just like that awkward funniness,
Yeah,
and it didn't really succeed in doing that.
yeah.
But then Rob Corddry just like
Felt like the first half because he kind of like took his like prisoner slash love interest onto his weird little plane, and they kind of capitalized on his inner monologue about what was going on while they got to know
that's
each
true.
other, and that dragged on while he was trying to learn to express himself, and she kept trying to escape, and he was kind of like, don't do that, and it was kind of creepy, like
It was a
got
little
rapey
creepy.
vibe.
But how cool would that be to live in an abandoned airplane?
I was talking about that to my girlfriend during the movie, and I thought it'd be awesome, but she disagreed. So apparently guys think abandoned airplanes are awesome, girls don't. That's why she was trying to escape the abandoned airplane all the time.
All right, guys, moving on. What about the acting? What do you guys think?
It was good.
It was good.
Something that I try to pay attention to in movies is when you have a group of actors, you kind of look at, I don't know, it might just be me that does this, but if you have a group of like 20 people, I kind of like to look at all the actors and see if one's like really in character, or if one's just kind of like, just
kind of half-assing it.
no one's gonna notice me. I can do whatever I want. Because I've seen it in professional movies before.
Yeah.
Like, the person's not in character at all, and you don't think it's gonna make a difference, but I think it does.
I think the acting for the most part was okay, but I don't know, like when you're trying to act like a zombie and you're groaning and stuff and, you know, half-assed talking and they couldn't spit out their words and taking forever to say 2 syllables. You know, they're doing the best they can with what they're given, so, you know, you gotta, like...
It's kind of a hard and weird job at the same
Yeah,
time.
you can't fault them for making it come off as awkward, because they're kind of supposed to be awkward, so, I mean, I get it was good.
I read that Nicholas Hoult, the guy who played the main zombie R, would practice his zombie run at the gym, and all the people would look at him like, what the fuck is this guy doing? They'd be like, yeah. And you saw his zombie run. It wasn't like a zombie run.
If I was getting paid millions of dollars to be in a movie, I'd go practice my weird run at the gym, too.
Alright, guys. Special effects. What do you guys think?
It didn't really have a whole lot. I mean...
The bonies were entirely CGI.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, rather than that, those were characters, and they were kind of more like skeletons and zombies, I thought. But they looked cool. I mean, they looked pretty badass.
I thought they were okay. They all looked the same, which I kind of thought it'd be cool if, like, you know, the zombies all looked kind of different. Like, maybe the bonies kind of had their own little different
It was kind of like Lord of the Rings with the orcs. They're kind of like, you can't really distinguish them. Yeah, they're just like this huge army of them. You know?
Even with Lord of the Rings, like, some of the orcs looked different, you know? So, I kind of like that, but I kind of wish there was more variety in the bonies, but, yeah, it was still fine.
So, real quick, what about the rating, guys? It was PG-13. Would you take somebody who was under 13 to see this movie?
I was kind of surprised it was PG-13, because I thought there was kind of a lot of gore, but I guess, you know, when zombies get shot in the head, it's better than when humans get shot in the head. And there was some language, but nothing that PG-13 movies haven't had before in the past.
There's one F-word.
One F-word and B.
That's all they can do, I think, right?
Yeah, they can have one, but it can't have, like, a sexual meaning.
Really? I didn't know that.
I think it's a suitable rating. I honestly thought it was R going in. There's a part where, like, the guy kind of peels his face off, but it's not very detailed, so it's...
Well, that was still kind of R-rated for me, you know?
Even then, like I said, like, I think zombies, like, when a zombie gets shot in the head, it's PG-13, but if a human gets shot in the head, it's R.
Right, but then you saw how the zombies did get shot in the head. It's not just like, head explodes.
Yeah,
you know?
It wasn't that graphic.
It's not like Tarantino.
I think I don't think it was an R. I think it was like a high PG-13.
A high PG-13. So, alright, if you guys were to watch this movie again, would it be like, I have to watch this movie on Blu-ray? This movie is like super HD, or can you just like get away with the DVD?
I would say DVD for that
DVD?
Yeah,
I think I'm going to say the same. What about you, Seb?
DVD's fine for me.
DVD's fine?
I just recently entered the world of Blu-ray, so it's a whole new thing for me, but I wouldn't probably get that on Blu-ray.
Was it 5 years late?
Well, that's okay. I'm late to the party. Seb's not even joined the party yet.
I ain't going to that gay party.
Alright, different topic. Alright. It was $6 to get in, or $7.50. Was it worth the ticket price for you?
Well, Jake paid for me, so I mean, I can't
You owe me,
say
asshole.
I'd say yeah. I've seen worse movies. I've seen better movies. I liked it better than our last movie review of Hansel and Gretel. So.
That's true.
You know, I think I liked Hansel and Gretel more than this one. I think
Really?
I don't know if it was worth the $6.50.
No.
Matinee price maybe.
The $4 that we got for Hansel and Gretel.
$4 is pushing it. I'll take $4, but
yeah.
I appreciate you.
This movie was a $3 movie. You shouldn't pay
This
more
was a
than
Netflix-
$3 to
This
see
was a
it.
Netflix free movie.
Something along those lines.
All right, so you guys, say a hardcore horror fan who only watches horror movie, would he like this horror movies? Would he like this movie, or would he be like, no, I don't want to watch zombies and humans.
No.
I don't want to see Romeo and Juliet.
I have a few friends who are pretty into horror movies, and
they're hard to impress.
Yeah, it wasn't scary at all. I think if they were going in thinking this is a scary movie, they'd be severely disappointed. If you go in thinking it's a lighthearted romantic comedy, which it's more of that than a horror movie, then you'll get more what you're expecting.
It's kind of like a romantic comedy, and Christopher Nolan, is that the guy that did The Dark Knight? He kind of just peed on it for a few minutes. You know?
He peed on it and made it great.
He added a little bit of darkness to it. That's all it is, really.
It's like Tim Burton sneezed in the general direction of this movie.
I actually read, why is Tim Burton remaking his own movies with, Frank and Weenie? Is he that out of ideas?
They go, I need more gothic things to do. What about the kid bringing his dog back to life? I already did that.
Alright, so guys, real quick, last closing comments. What'd you think of the movie? Would you see it again?
I wouldn't see it again. I'm not into zombies. I'm not into romantic comedies, so it wasn't down my alley. So I probably wouldn't, personally.
As much as I do like zombies and romantic comedies, I'm always okay to give them a shot. I like 13 going on 30.
Of course you do.
Zoolander's a great romantic comedy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is kind of a romantic comedy in a
he
sense.
rekindles his love.
They're making a Zoolander too. Did you know that?
I know. I'm excited.
Okay.
Anyways, though, I can't say I'd watch it again.
You can't say it. You'd watch it again.
I've seen worse movies, but it's not anywhere close to the top.
Top zombie movies.
Like, if I had like 1,000 movies I've seen before, it's probably in like the bottom 950s.
You're scraping the barrel.
Yeah. So it's
Alright.
pretty down there.
I've
seen worse.
Seen worse. I mean, it wasn't bad. It really took the first act was kind of just dragging on. Once he got some momentum and we saw John Malkovich for once, I was pretty into it, you know.
Yeah. Anybody else get the cancer vibe with John Malkovich? I always gotta get a cancer vibe.
He just doesn't
when I
have
see
hair,
him.
man. Why you gotta judge?
Yeah, he's old.
Alright.
Needless to say, first half was slow and kind of hard to get at, but the second half was better.
Hard to get.
Alright, guys, we're gonna sign off now. Warm Bodies in cinemas now. I'm Jake.
Tyler.
And Sip.